everybody, come and window shop with me and maybe do a little bit more than just window shopping, maybe also shop with me. So yesterday I pulled in a new banner and she is so precious. She's just so precious. I may have skipped actually doing the patch and just spent around running like this, going, oh my god, she's a pretty princess! Especially considering that I entirely took shoes off, so she's barefoot now. I love those crystalline socks! They're like so... Anyway, this is not let's hype up the banner video. This is Mirta looking at absolutely everything that's for sale. So let's just start with the banner that I actually haven't looked at, because it's not the one that I'm pulling on. So let's just look at how it's broken down. You get the wings separate. Facial decal separate. If you want to see the breakdown of the other banner, that's in the poll video. The dress. Ooh. Oh god, this one also has a lot of very shiny elements. Not enough to make me pull, but like... Just look at those gloves. Look at those... Very shiny. A 10 out of 10, it's provoking a crow response from me, which is just like shiny. So let's do the outfit preview. I keep on thinking that that's Wishful or Rosa shoes. Because they look so similar to me. By far the best bit for me, I think, is her gloves, because they're so shiny. I think that the dress, while it looks pretty, would be kind of awkward to run around in, and the wing location is just kind of throwing me off. A lot of this coloration is also very saturated. Red and white normally goes together really well, but... I suppose it's not a bad evo. It's just... very strong colors. Very saturated. And that's the final evolution. Kinda a bit too purpley leaning for me. Her head accessory is interesting in the final evolution. And just the fact that you can like shear off her wing entirely. That just... yeah, not really feeling her. But whoever's gonna have her will probably have a very expensive outfit. I do hope that for this one, the dress and the cape is separate. Yep, it is. Thankfully. Because the dress is giving me very beautiful medieval vibes. And then there's the cape that's just giving me, it's undoing the whole pretty that this thing is set up. I will say for the 4-star, I love that her hair and her head accessory is separate. I think that that's gonna make the hair a lot more usable. So yeah, not a bad 4-star. If she was on her own, I might pull for her, but she's not. She's on a 5-star banner, and we don't do that. As in, we don't pull 5-star banners for the 4-stars, because that's very expensive for your pull savings, which, if you can see, at the moment, for me is 1. Let's do the store next. I have actually gone through a little bit of it, because I needed some pulls, man. This is the fit that's the more expensive top-up outfit. Do we have item breakdown anywhere? Well, I suppose we have it here. This is gonna be one of the very few 4-star pants in the game that you can get. So if you need pant with a good ability to dye, you probably want this outfit. I like the fact that they separated the coat from the shirt as well. So it's not a bad breakdown. The other outfit is more like a boho outfit, and because I have already gotten her, let me go into my wardrobe and showcase it to you. Okay, so this is the other top-up outfit. So we have like a little guitar, a little shoulder thing. I think it will have quite a lot of items in it in general, because it does. It seems to have like a very in-depth item breakdown, but I don't really see myself using it. So my review of this would be like, meh. Like, I can see if you want the more expensive one because it comes with a pair of pants, and 4-star pants are so hard to secure. Let me just go to my bottoms and sort them by quality. So these ones are faux 5-star pants that I have, which means they're not from a set, so they're gonna have limited dye options. This is also fake 5-star. We have Rippling Serenity, which is a true 4-star. Then we have one of those not set pants again, which are not gonna dye. Then we have Bye Bye Dust for these kind of shorts, which will dye. Shadow Swiftly for these kind of shorts, which will dye. Fury Glow for these kind of shorts, which will dye. Forest Folk for these pants, which will dye. But as you can see, there's... Yep, that's it. And then we have these ones as a loose pair of pants, so it will have less dye channels. So once again, we don't have a lot of 4-star or 5-star pants. We have like 0 5-star pants outside of like fake 5 stars. So I understand whoever is going for the more expensive top-up outfit. But the cheaper one is she just doesn't have the factor for me. She's like the most regular boho outfit that you can get. Next up, we have Golden Dreams, which is Timeless Dream Wings. You know what she's giving me? She's giving me Marquise dress. You know why? It's that bottom that's like fairly high up from the actual bottom of the... Like, her dress cuts... It's short enough that you can like see boots. And the other thing that does that is Marquise's dress. I will say that the collision layer is better than the Marquise's dress because that handbag would be going straight through the Marquise's dress. I don't really do ball gowns. That would be my opinion. Somebody who does ball gowns, the fact that this dress is so high up the floor is probably pretty unique. But I feel like we have something similar enough at home that I don't need it. Vibrant Sunflower, Momo's Cloak Sunflower, and Momo does a playful dance as a photo prop. It costs 300 Stellarites! Okay. I don't need this. I'm not paying 300 Stellarites for a Momo Cloak. I feel like my Stellarites are importante for me. Goldmane Cuddle. All this is a giant decoration. You can sit on it, I assume. Sink into its soft golden warmth. No, it's like a toy. It only costs 300 diamonds, but currently I only have 400 diamonds. So, no. Then we have 980 Stellarites times 3 for 15 pounds. To compare, if this is a good deal, normally you get 980 Stellarites for 15 pounds. So, if you have a double bonus in here, that one is still a better deal. And if you don't have a double bonus, then it's still a better deal. However, I don't feel the need to stock up on Stellarites right now. I'm good. So, this is good, but this is not what I need. Now, when the pricing was there, the faraway one, which is the one that I bought, Brilliant Anthem, that one costs 13 pounds. For some reason it said discounted from 20 pounds. a monthly plus a battle pass normally costs £15, so actually it's £2 cheaper. So I just have to assume that they're valuing the face decor at £7, which is a bit ridiculous, but like, okay, you do you, girl. Or at the very least £5 if they think that it's discounted from £20. No, it's discounted from 15 to 13. But still, a bundle where you get one monthly and battle pass, and you don't lose out on the monthly stellarites because they're like right there. Yeah, that's a good deal. And that one was similar, except that you're buying the higher tier of monthly pass. So I like these. I like these because it's just like a discount on what you're buying every single month, except that the discount is like not as quite as big as what they're demonstrating. So this is a tiered purchase. I bought some of it because I needed pulls. First one was like 29 cents, which is, well, pence, which is cheaper, the cheapest you can get one pull for, so that's pretty nice. This one comes with like a shawl. I haven't tested it yet. I don't like the head decoration nor the Momo cloak all that much. This looks kind of cheap to me. I always pick up the full makeup, so we're gonna go into my closet and we're gonna put it on. And we're gonna look at it. Now, next, for £5, you can get a decoration and emote and some pulls. I never liked the decoration, and for £6, you can get a decoration and some pulls. I never liked decoration. So, let me just show off the items that I did get from this. So, this is the shawl demonstrated on the worst dress to demonstrate the shawl on. Let me just switch to anything that's not a spoofy. That actually, I want it to be something maybe nice. Yeah, why not? Let's demonstrate the shawl on this. So how does the shawl dye? That is a ridiculous amount of dye areas for a singular shawl unfold. Let me just select it all. I mean, the shawl dye's pretty good. It does bother me that the shawl is a 5-star though. Because if you're gonna be unlocking any of these, you're gonna be consuming 5-star dye materials, which are very sparse, as it is. So that's not something that I wanna do. I wanna re-enter. This is just my custom look 7, which is my throwaway channel at the moment. Like, I made the proper appearance that I wanna keep for myself outside of this. So it's not like I have to exit it, but I don't want this outfit slot to still be a mix and match. So this is the makeup that you get. I think you can get a pretty alright dupe to it with this, which is like the foresty type of makeup. So it didn't quite feel like I needed it, but I wanted to buy pulls regardless. So I thought, hey, you know what I can get with my pulls? An extra set of makeup. That's never hurt anybody. This is base skin tone. This is super white. This is brownie. And this is the darkest possible skin tone. I shouldn't really call this brownie. I wanted to say, like, leading into the brown color, and instead I called you a cookie. So I am so sorry, Nikkies. That's not what I meant. Okay? I'm just really bad at communication. I hope that's not an offensive insult in any way, shape, or form. My head. Excuse me. It looks alright. It's not the makeup to die for, if you ask me, but it's alright, because I was already buying pulls. I don't mind having it. Moving on, what else is on the store? There is... What is that? Oh, it's like a pose. And it comes with mechanical joints. That's the wrong thing. I thought that that would be the preview for the mechanical joints. And then we have that outfit that we just accidentally previewed with 20 pulls. So the outfit and 20 pulls, like 10 limited banner, 10 permanent banner pulls, that costs £12.99. The mechanical stuff, mechanical groove, and the body paint that it comes with costs £6.29. It does come with a monthly, but the monthly comes without stellarites. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm sighing because I do actually want her doll joints. So that's... already spent £18. That's gonna be 24. Oof! But it does come with a monthly. So I'm not gonna be topping up next month. That's what it means. And I haven't spent my stellarites, so losing 300 stellarites is not that bad. Is this worth it? Depends on you. Is like this outfit worth it? Also depends on you. For me, I don't like her because butt flowers look weird. But somebody's gonna like her. But I do want the mechanical joint things. Those actually look so cool. They have like a darkened area, which kind of makes it look like Nikki's joints are dipping inwards. So let me just get that, and we're gonna see it from inside my wardrobe. So the joints go into body paint, but it's gonna be hard to see them on top of the current socks and hands that she's wearing. Actually, probably entirely impossible. So we're gonna take that off. And we're also gonna go into her gloves and take that off. You can see those. It's a whole set, so you can't just equip just the knee joint or just the hand joint. She does look a little bit too fleshy to be a proper doll, but it does look like a nice illusion, especially with that like coloration of black over there. So it does look like somebody was trying to cosplay a very convincing doll, is what I would say. Let's look at the photo prop. This was the thing that I wanted the most, outside of the banner. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not bad. Very bendy. She has some fun facial expressions here. If I just zoom in onto her. She does hold the first pose kind of long, but like, if we started playing around with it. There you go. You can have a zombie Nikki if you wanted to. And she smiles. This is a nice smile. She even winks. Another nice smile. A lot of her movements are not very creepy, which makes this kind of really usable. Like, this is an O sort of face. And then, uh-oh, I'm getting grabbed. So, I like these kind of props because they feel very usable. As like an actual pose, just because they tend to be very varied. I have some with like handhelds from... There was the Offer an Apple, store photo prop with an apple. Then there was like I will murder you with an axe sort of photo prop as well from the store. So whenever you have these kind of very unique photo props, I tend to actually want to get them. So this was like, outside of banners, my most desired purchase. So the fact that it's bundled with a monthly and costs £6 was a bit oof, but
That was the thing that I wanted.
alrighty, time to move on. Oh no. I'm saying oh no because I might actually sorta want this. I should probably not. Mainly because I'm not gonna like wear her absolutely anywhere. This is like a returning outfit. Which is the ice skater. The ice skates, from what I saw other people like doing videos for like how this thing dies, like there's like a bit in the middle that dies pretty poorly. And on top of that, she walks awkward because she walks absolutely everywhere with like the ice skate, and that's just a very weird use for the ice skate. So this is me convincing myself that I shouldn't get her. This like little butt item is a separate from the rest of the outfit, so you can like wear her on its own. You can see that it is like a decent outfit with a lot of effort put into it because I'm tempted. A bubbly wand costs £1. Do not get it, because it's just like a little toy to make bubbles with, pretty much. And you can get one in the 1.5 update island for free that does pretty much the exact same thing, but that one is like a single-use item, and this one is like a multi-use item. You get to pray at the prop. I've been here when it ran the first time, pretty much. So I'm not a super fan of props, honestly. I don't use them. Momo's cloak for 300 stellarites. Not something that I want to pay 300 stellarites for. Once again, I was here the first time that it ran. Music instruments in video games are cool, don't get me wrong. I just don't tend to use that all that much. So this is a two-person bicycle. Kinda cool if you have friends that you play with on the regular. I tend to play solo. And I have a fireworks bicycle if I want a bicycle, which is the exact same thing except it's single person. So I don't need this. By the way, also costs 180 stellarites. This is like a hat, a towel, and a hoe. A hoe will never stop being funny. So I have it. Therefore, I can't really get it again because I already have it. Ooh. Take me to Snurch. I mean, take me to the outfit select. So she's 300 stellarites. Very annoying that you have to like click purchase in order to preview the item breakdown. Mainly because it's kinda dangerous. It's a danger noodle. Dangerous because you might accidentally click purchase. The thing that I like about her the most would be gloves and her necklace. I like bejeweled things. I like heavy layered jewelry. To me, this kind of thing is like really cool. But I don't think that it's 300 stellarites cool. Like, some people are super into her because she's a cat. Let's look at the item breakdown once more. This is a full outfit. So unfortunately, it's not like a top and a bottom. Infold really hates doing tops and bottoms for some reason. Aw, she's so colorful! Aw, she was so colorful. You know what's bad? I know that I will never ever use her anywhere, which is why I'm trying to stop myself from getting these kind of things. But like the individual items and the whole set just like so good that like you really want to. I have a lot of 5-star items by this point in the game because I have quite a few banners. I've been overpulling in Itzeland, especially. I have less banners from Wishfield than I do from Itzeland. So whenever I dress my Nikki, chances are about a 65% chance that I'm gonna go with one of the 5-star banners that I have. About a 30% chance that I'm gonna go with one of the 4-star banners that I have. And that leaves a 5% chance that I'm gonna use a store set. And when it comes to the store sets, I'm likely to use the ones that are more unique or expensive. Like, for example, there was the desert dress. I don't forget the full name, but it was a 4-star dress. It has the dumbest bottoms ever. Like, she looks like an octopus. Running in her is really, really funny. Let me show it to you. Pulse of the Desert. That's what it was called. Try and run in this. Do you see how stupid it looks? I love it because it's stupid. I know that's a very weird sentence. But I love it because running in it just looks absolutely ridiculous. Especially considering that Nikki looks like she's really trying and that she's very, very serious about actually running in this. So, the 5% chance that I'm wearing something that wasn't a banner of some sort, it's probably gonna be a more expensive store outfit like this. The only times that I'm gonna be using a 60 Stellarite outfit is when I'm doing some sort of like a styling competition or something. So like, I have an idea as to what I want to style. I want to do a cosplay, or like I want to use 3-star items only, or like I'm recording a short with styling outfits from Dispatch Cycle, something like that. That is the only time when I'm gonna break this out. And I have to remind myself that 60 Stellarites is £1. So technically this outfit is £1. But I do have 1085 Stellarites. I am gonna do a dumb and I'm just gonna pick her up. When am I gonna use her? Never. But look at all the color. She can sit in my wardrobe, it's fine. It's 60 Stellarites. Watch me actually like miss those 60 Stellarites and maybe like 2 patch cycles or something. Watch me be short by 60 Stellarites. When I am short by 60 Stellarites, do like yell at me. And this one is rerunning. And I know that some people are super hyped because of her jacket. So those are bottoms, that's the jacket, that's the top. She didn't impress me when she was running. I'm not impressed now either. And she is also rerunning. And I wouldn't consider her to be a high quality outfit, mainly because you only have 7 pieces. And this is about £5 worth. 300 Stellarites. Or as much Stellarites as you're gonna get with one monthly. So like, get her if you love her. But I think your £5 can go further than 7 items. Like, look at this. Look at her. She came with 10 items. And it's the exact same price. Or look at her. She came with 9 items and that's the exact same price. Or even look at Cat. Cat comes with 9 items and that's the exact same price. So like, all I'm saying is you can get a better bang for your buck than this rerun. Next up, it is a Starlit shop. So what do you have for me? I will always get all items. I'll practically never like get these sort of things because I'm just not gonna use them. it's gonna be kinda hit and miss if I'm gonna get the emotes. I don't see any of these duo modes being like interesting enough to get. I do want the fake cry. I think fake cry might be funny in some very niche situations. Shy peek might also be something that I might want. So that's me and my emotes done. That's a scroll. I don't know what to tell you outside of that is a scroll. You can see that that's a scroll. I practically never use handhelds, so this is more of a... It's free for me to pick up, because this is the kind of currency that, you know, we can farm over time. So I get them regardless. I'm not super into this top. It doesn't look like something that I would ever wear, so this is only if I ever, like, challenge myself. I can definitely do with less brooches, but when it comes to brooches that are going in the middle of the chest and that are ribbon-shaped, at the very least they can, like, make the outfit a bit more interesting by, like, changing the chest area, so I don't hate it. This earring honestly looks kind of cheap. So does this. It's... I can see that that would be, like, pearl, but, like, the middle of these earrings, it's giving me not, like, proper metal, but, like, plastic. So it's not my favorite. And then we have a couple hats. I think this hat is better than the previous hat. But that's about... I'm not really impressed with the limited items this time around. We have more game tables, but I don't tend to get together to play mini games inside this game with other people, so that's kind of lost on me. Moving on, we have Mira Journey's Momo's cloak. It's kind of funny that he has a mustache, but that's about it. I feel that they could definitely add more interesting cloaks for Momo in their battle passes, because normally they're not bedazzled enough for me to want to go after them. While the banner cloaks are always looking a lot more impressive, probably by design. If you get this month's battle pass for Furnishings, one thing that I quite like is the fact that we no longer have temporary poles in this patch. Not in the store, not here, but if you're gonna get this battle pass for Furnishings, you get a curtain. I don't know about you, but placing anything on windows is super difficult for me in this game, so I'm not mighty impressed by curtains. For the Dreamland store, I do actually like the look of these furnishings, as it's effectively what you're doing is you're like building a little dress room. Now here's the thing, I don't want to rebuild my house, and I'm not really gonna have enough space for these with the way that my house is right now. But we can go in and we can try some of the furnishings. So this is my current bedroom. I haven't changed it in a very, very long time. I kind of like keeping it that way. I like building once in a game and then just kind of enhancing the build with a couple of items here and there. I kind of want to have a mirror in my room. I feel like maybe I should remove these and just place the mirror over here. I think that that's gonna, yeah, that's gonna look a lot better. What do you dye to? Red and black. Let's maybe do black. One of the issues that I have, I'm gonna say, is
Great job!
a lot of games don't want to bother with reflections. Oh my god, we do have a reflection. Okay, this is quite interesting. You can reflect Nikki, but not the room. Also, I can collect fragrant cups through my wall. That seems pretty bad. Anyway, yeah, I kind of hate mirrors in video games because reflections are a very resource-intensive thing to do, and the easiest thing to do is honestly to build a copy of a room behind like a wall and just like import a model that mirrors the movements of yours, that copies your model. That's one of the easiest ways to do reflections, because reflections are so resource intensive. What you're gonna have is that sometimes people do an automatic reflection that just like reflects what you see. So you're gonna like see the back of your character inside a mirror, and they will blur it so that you don't realize that. And that looks friggin' awful. The second thing that they do is they just leave the mirror blank, like this. Which also looks friggin' awful, because it doesn't work as a mirror. So the fact that this thing actually works, I really like the fact that they put in the effort to do a reflection. Though it's quite interesting that it's Nikki in the void. It kind of makes it look like a magic mirror. So you know what? I don't hate this. I don't hate this. This is actually a good addition to my house. A working mirror, but it's Nikki in the void. Welcome to my attic. I don't have a lot of things here, so we can use it to preview furnishings. This is a dresser. It's friggin' giant. This is another dresser. It's pretty big. I might replace the dresser that's in my bedroom with this dresser. I'll see how I feel later on. This is like a dresser, but you're showing off your shoes and your handhelds. I don't think that you can actually change what's in it, but I do appreciate the illusion. This is a little thing to sit on, which is, it's kind of cool. I do have some little things to sit on, so maybe I could find a way to incorporate it in here somewhere. I don't need another thing to sit on, but I can always have another thing to sit on. This is a giant lampshade, and it's quite cool, honestly. Huh. It won't really center unless like I would disable snapping and force it to center. I'm not entirely sure how I'm feeling about the reworked controls. This is a very fancy preview for whatever kind of outfit that you have. Doesn't quite fit in my house. But I do like how it looks. So it's beautiful, but it's also a giant item. I wish that they gave us like a lot of more smaller items that are more house-fitty. So I don't hate the current furnishings, honestly. I think that they're nice. I think that they can be a good addition to your home, but your home kind of needs to be prepared to take those furnishings, and mine isn't. My home does not really have the space for it, but I got a mirror out of this, so that's more furnishing improvements than I tend to do in the patch. So that is it. Preview over. How do I feel about everything that's on sale? Well, actually, we can also still click into this thing because a lot of the clothes sets are free, and I bet you anything there's gonna be something time to collect. It's swim stars. What about you guys get any clothes? There we go. I found some clothes, guys. It's okay, I found some extra clothes. So we can also get this for free, which looks alright, I guess. Any other clothes? Well, there's the Return of Sovereign of Cool. That's just the advertisement. I think I ran out of clothes that you can just collect like this. I think the rest are from the Dew Dragon and from chests. Which is... okay, we also have like dye refunds, which is also pretty great. Anyway, as I was saying, this is all that's for sale, pretty much, that you can get from the current patch. So how do I feel about it? A lot of what's on the store is kind of a bit meh for me. Dual joints was kinda a must-have. I think that the photo prop that comes with it is also pretty cool. They've done a pretty good job on the banners, though I like this banner more than I like the other banner, which is why I have it at base version. Duh! The tiered purchase, I feel like I could have skipped if I wasn't also just kind of looking for pulls, and just the fact that the top up continues rolling, it gives you extra diamonds whenever you buy anything. It just felt better to also get like a shawl and a set of makeup with my pulls than just, you know, buy pure pulls. So I don't regret that, but if I didn't need pulls this time around, I wouldn't have gotten it because I feel like you can dupe that makeup. I do like that they put a monthly and a battle pass in a bundle together with a discount. I think that that's a really good deal, even though the discount is only £2. But if you're gonna be getting both anyway, and I tend to do most patch cycles, having it in a bundle with like a £2 discount is pretty nice. It's like, it's pretty tempting. Starlit shop was completely the housing's pretty good. So if you're into furnishings and you wanna get yourself a dressing room, it's pretty good. However, the dress stand itself is pretty huge, and that's like the main item, and I just don't have space for it in my house. I did like the mirror though. So that's my opinions. What is it that you're getting for yourself this patch cycle? Is it something? Is it nothing? What do you think about all the items that we get? Please tell me in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and I hope that I'm gonna see you in my other videos. Also, thank you so much for my Patreon supporters. Toodaloo for now.